this earth by way of what we call the precession of the equinoxes and the shifting of the poles on this earth. You see, the earth has 7 simultaneous movements. One is it is going around itself daily, which we call the diurnal motion. The other is it is going around the sun, the second. A third is 6 months this side and 6 months this side. She dances. The southern and northern tilt. And the fourth is it turns his head like this through centuries. The North Pole is turning like the grinder. So we can conceive and comprehend 4 simultaneous movements of this earth. The 3 other movements are there which are a little bit difficult to comprehend. So there are 7 simultaneous movements that are being made by the earth in its journey around this sun. And the LCM between any 2 movements gives these numbers. Similarly, you have the formula of the pyramid with its base as square and the side as triangle. Having this number as 3 and this number as 4, having the number of root races on this earth and the number of the rays of the solar energy that comes to the earth, and also giving the number 12, which is the number of the months in the year produced by certain secrets in the solar correspondences, which we call the polygons, the geometry produced by the sun, because God geometrizes through sun. Of course, it is something mystic. It requires 4 or 5 lectures, which we hope we'll have after this. But now, we have to use these numbers. This is also one such number. You know that it takes 72 solar years for the precession of the equinoxes through 1 degree. And the number 6 is one of the keys of the scriptures, because the whole day is divided into 6 equal parts for certain purposes, astronomical purposes, and again into 60 equal parts, into 600 and 6,000 equal parts. So to the year, so to the century, so to the millennium. These are the numbers with which we are expected to divide the day or the year or the century, so as to get certain solutions to the astronomical phenomena to be equated to the biological phenomenon on this earth. Just remember this. So when multiplied, you will get this number. This is called the number of what we call the bigger units of time on this earth. In the meanwhile, what we call the root races come and go according to the planetary propensities. The planets, these main 7 planets, have their characteristics. Each planet produces its own mold of humanity, anthropologically differing from another mold. Bigger, right? According to the required calculation, and this is one of the units given by the scriptures in the Kalpa calculations. That is, to know the detail of the work or ritual done in one wave of creation. So this is called the unit time of the human kingdom on this earth, evolutionary cycle, you can say. One evolutionary cycle. In Sanskrit, unit is called Kali. Kali means unit.
So this much of time is called Kali Yuga. We have many strange and queer notions about Kali Yuga, that it is a dark age. We have the same concept as we have about Antichrist. We have many ugly concepts in spite of the existence of God. We have the existence of the concept of Antichrist and Kali Yuga. Though we know that Christ exists, we remember Antichrist also. That's the pity of the poor human mind. Though we know something good, we remember evil also, because we remember that there are evil fellows on this earth. So we force ourselves to believe something bad also, though we know that there is good. So about Kali Yuga also we have such wild and savageous notions, just as we have about Antichrist or the devil. When God is there, we remember more about the devil than of God. We are afraid of the devil than we are fearless of the God. See, we are expected to be fearless because there is God, but we are always dreaded of devil because at heart we believe that devil is more powerful than God. You see, it is a pity that we offer our prayers, Lord, tempt us not into evil, because we believe that Lord is devil, because he never tempts us into evil. But we pray him like evil. Now, Kali Yuga is something good, not bad. This unit is called Kali Yuga, and twice that unit is called Dwapara Yuga. Thrice that unit is called Treta Yuga. Twice that is called Dwapara Yuga. Yuga means a period. Kali Yuga means 1 unit period. Dwapara Yuga means double the 1 unit period. Dwa means 2. This is Treta. Treta means 3 times the unit period. And you have finally 4 times the unit period. It is called Kripa Yuga. It is also called Satya Yuga. Kripa in Sanskrit mathematics means multiplied by 4. So you have the 10 units. Once again the same figure occurs with 1 more 0. The same thing Pythagoras explains as the secret of the decade, Pythagorean decade. You see, he just gave the first formula to his students on the first day. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 is equal to 10. And then he used to expand all these things on the subsequent days. But unfortunately, we remember only the first formula and say that this is Pythagorean decade. We don't know what it is, because we have no mind to follow the other things. Now, this is called the Beaker unit, or the unit of the mineral kingdom epochs. That is the geological unit. And you have subdivision as the biological unit, cycles. The sub-cycles of plant kingdom cycles, animal kingdom cycles, human kingdom cycles. Of course, the application, we should undergo a course regularly for some months in an academic way with a syllabus, which we are going to do, I think, then since the time the IPS inaugurates the International University, Moria University. Because I have the information ready at hand with me, everything to teach, not to just speak mystically about it. Now, this is called one Kali Yuga. This is called one Maha Yuga, or the greater epoch or greater period. And 71 such Mahayugas, according to an astronomical phenomenon, 71 make one Manvantara, or one period of Manu, as I told you yesterday. Manu, one period of Manu. That means one vast period of one sweep of human evolution through the various stages of the biological evolutions. Once again, this is called the unit time or Kali Yuga, the fundamental unit of the cycle. It is based on astronomical calculations. Twice that there is another unit called Dwapara. Thrice that there is another unit called Treta. 4 times there is another sub-period called Krita. The total put together is called the bigger cycle or a greater cycle, Maha Yuga. And 71 such Mahayugas make one still bigger unit or a period of time which indicates the activity of one Manu. That means one man. That means the prototype of man who produces his types, the archetype who produces his own molds as prototypes on this earth. And there are 14 such Manvantaras, one after the other, which produce 14 different molds of humanity on this earth through 14 sweeps of time called the Manvantaras. If I am not clear, I will repeat once again. Shall I? Yes. We take this as the fundamental unit of bigger cycle called Kali Yuga, or the unit cycle, unit period. Double that, there is another unit. 3 times that, there is another unit. 4 times that, there is another unit. The total put together forms 10 times the fundamental unit, which gives you the geological, biological, the plant, the animal, and the human kingdom consciousnesses operated by the respective devas of those kingdoms on this earth. So, 71 such units form one period of Manu called Manvantara. Each Manvantara represents a group of human beings evolving throughout these stages and living through one sweep of time, having the same type of physical frame, the same type of logic, the psychological, psychic and other faculties, the same type of vital faculties, the constitution, the same type, etc. And in the next Manvantara, altogether the humanity changes. For example, it is described in the secret doctrine and all the scriptures that in the previous Manvantara, man was having a third eye, which is now suppressed into what we call the pineal gland. So, according to the theory of use and disuse during that particular period, certain functions are stimulated and certain functions are suppressed due to that particular humanity. And another example is, in one of the previous Manvantras, the human beings were transparent in their bodies. You could see through them, and they had transparent wings and a transparent tail. They were called the serpents. In the present books, we call them serpents. If you read the chapter on serpents in Secret Doctrine, you will know something about these things. See, like that, we should not think that a human being will be like Krishnamacharya or Rudolph in every age. The 20th century human being will be like Rudolph or Krishnamacharya. But if you go into another age, there will be human beings with horns, like that. The possibilities of the biological kingdom we cannot understand properly. And first, there are 71 Mahayugas making one Manvantara. Up to this, I think it is a bit clear. I will just revise. This period of solar years on this earth is called the fundamental unit Kali Yuga. Twice this period, Dwapara Yuga. Thrice this period, Treta Yuga. 4 times this period, Krita Yuga. If you add the first one also, 10 times this period is called Maha Yuga or the Great Cycle. 71 Mahayugas gives you the period of one Manu called Manvantara. Antara means interval. Manvantara means a period of one Manu. And you have Manvantaras in a wave of creation on this earth. A wave includes etheric, geological, biological, And the biological cycle includes the plant, the animal, including the bird and the beast and the fish, the human. And beyond this, there is no human kingdom, there is the Deva kingdom. Beyond this, there is the Deva kingdom. There are 14 manvantras, that is 14 sweeps of creation, and this arc is one bigger sweep of creation on this earth. After 14, there is what is called the temporary dissolution. What's called pralaya. That is, the chemistry of this earth goes into the subtler matter, and this earth disappears for some time into the reversed chain actions. And then an equal period of the 14 manvantras, there will be a period of no creation, no earth, to this earth. But in the meanwhile, another earth will be operating in its place. Because when it is going to come to a close, a nucleus forms. And that nucleus represses our earth, and this condenses into the next earth, operates with its 14 manvantras, and this will be dormant. See? And then after this, you will have another period of dawn. Again, it inaugurates the appearance of our earth globe into mineral kingdom and physical matter with its usual span of the 14 manvantras again. We will understand by knowing correspondences. You have 14 lunar phases in every month, after which you have the no moon, which we call new moon, disappearance of moon. And then there are 14 moon phases, after which you have the full moon. See, 14 plus new moon, 14 plus full moon. Every lunar month, we know this. If we just remember this formula, you will remember the background formula of the creations, of the 14 manas. I think I am clear if I speak about the lunar divisions. Lunations they are called. Phases of moon. I think you know all of them. The full moon is one phase. Like that, there are 14 phases after the full moon. Then there is the new moon. It is one phase. After that, again there are increasing phases and there are decreasing phases. You see, the whole thing takes place. 14 plus 14 is equal to 28, 1 plus 1, 2, 30 moon phases. From new moon to new moon, it is 30 moon phases. Or from full moon to full moon, if you count, it is 30 moon phases. Am I clear? If you take the calendar, almanac, you will find the full moon and the new moon. In between, you have 14 moon phases and 2 lunations, nodal points, one full moon, the other new moon. And you will find the same cycle in the periodicities of what is called the inner globe of Earth. Do you know that there is an inner globe to our Earth? It is what we call the egg or the ovary of a healthy lady in age. See, it has its own new moon, which we call the menstruation appearance. And it has its own full moon, which we call the ovulation period. So from menstruation to menstruation, in the case of a healthy lady who does not use the pill, etc., it is 30 moon phases, because the woman is to be understood as the correspondence of our earth, or the archetype of mother, because reproduction is the symbolic ritual of the earth and the female body. So this is the real science of biology, wherein you find the secrets of kalpa, or the details of the ritual. Of course, you can read them again and again if you care to go through the glorious book Secret Doctrine by Helena Petrovna-Blavatsky. But unfortunately, the book is too big and too unwieldy for any busy intellectual to go through. He has his own business more important. That's why the ancients said that the wisdom belongs to those who have sold themselves to wisdom and who have nothing else more important. Unless we sell ourselves to wisdom, wisdom cannot be purchased by us, because we are too little when compared to wisdom. How can a poor man purchase the palace of a very rich man? Wisdom is very rich, and our poor brain is very, very poor. Unless we sell away our brain for life permanently to wisdom, we can never dream of purchasing wisdom. It's not a university course or an academic course which we can purchase by paying something to the university. See, wisdom is different from knowledge. When you give yourself up to it, you will get it. If you want to grab at it, you will go into confusion and waste your lifetime. So we are expected to choose between the two. If we want real wisdom, we should sell ourselves away to it. If we want to own it, we have to go to the universities, not to the books of wisdom, to purchase what we call some academic knowledge, some course. See? Excuse me if I am a bit rough, but it is true, unfortunately. There is no exception to it. Wisdom has its own aristocracy. It never bends its head to anyone. And we have to bend our head and sell ourselves to it, if at all we want it. Otherwise, we need not care for it. We have to choose. But we can't have two. Now, the formula of the lunar month has its calendar in the receptacle, which we call the egg of the woman. And this egg is the earth, original earth, the activity of which we call the one sleep of creation, including 14 manvantras. That period is called kalpa. It is called one day of the Creator. A period of 14 manvantras, which we have seen, after which there will be a pralaya or a dissolution, after which there will be an equal period of void. Of course, in our view, it is void, just as sleep is vacant from our point of view, because we can't know what sleep is, because we become stupid when sleep is on. Therefore, we don't know what sleep is, but we call that sleep is something negative. That means we are fools towards sleep. We call it vacant. Vacant means ignorance. To us, not to the sleep. Similarly, this period is void when thought by the human living brain, and the other period is fertile. There are two periods alternating. This one period is called kalpa, or 1 day of the Creator. The other period is called pralaya, or 1 night unit of the Creator. Creator does not mean God, but the deputy of God, who is called the Lord God by the Jews, or Jehovah, that is, the double God, who has the male and the female in him as the two counterparts. He is not God, but he is a deputy of God, who comes down again and again periodically. So Creator should not be confused with the omnipresent or the background. The omnipresent or the background is what we have to understand as God. See, that is real God in its true sense. But sometimes we misunderstand the Creator as God himself. Poor fellow, he is also created from the background, and he works as long as his period continues, and then he goes to sleep in his night. So, a unit space is active and passive alternately. This is called the active phase, and this is called the passive phase. It alternates. So it is kalpa, no, not only kalpa, 1 day of the Creator. 365 such days of the Creator put together called 1 year of the Creator. "100 years of the Creator is called the span of the Creator." So you have to understand the whole thing like this. The petals of a flower, the span of a Creator, the span of a lesser Creator, the span of the Manus, the span of the Devas, the span of the Pitrus, the span of the mineral kingdom, plant kingdom, animal kingdom, and human kingdom, like this. That's why the whole thing is to be understood in one of the keys of the Veda as Padma or lotus, a lotus bud formula. The formula of the bud of a lotus, you have to see the arrangement of the petals in the lotus and visualize the folds of time having its cycles and sub-cycles arranged wonderfully. So this formula is called Padma Purana, or the scripture or the Padma formula or lotus formula. And the Buddhistic wisdom books call it Mani Padma. And they give one mantram as the master key, not to just meditate and get powers and all nonsense, but to know these things. There is the mantram called Om Mani Padme Hum. There are wonderful fellows who believe that they get powers by meditating this mantra. It is for the highest use that these things are given, not for the sake of idle curiosity of people who want to grab powers in seance rooms, invoking departed souls and all nonsensical things, spiritism and dirty things. You see, those are premature, foul souls who have to wait a long period before they can comprehend what the powerful seers of the old have given. If a true Buddhist says Manipadma, he means something different from what we understand. It is too pure. And if the man of the ancient scripture, Indian scripture, says the Padma Purana, it is something different from what we understand. So, the whole thing is to be understood. And now we have one span of one creator as the outermost petal. That is called the real kalpa in its sense, in its true sense. To distinguish between one day and this, it is called Mahakalpa. That is the big kalpa. These figures are given, worked out on a single page in the secret doctrine. Once again they are given in the single page of another such glorious book called A Treatise on Cosmic Fire. Of course, I hope you have gone through both the books. You are good enough to read those books, because it is 100 years ago that the secret doctrine was printed for the first time, and about 50 years ago the Cosmic Fire was printed for the first time. And you have ample time. You might have read each of these books at least 5 or 6 times. That's why I stand before you with great veneration, because I believe that you have gone through these books. Otherwise, these things are as useless as anything to a layman going on the street. He just looks at it, blinks and goes away. So, this is what is called Kalpa, and this is the just atlas, an aerial view of Geneva city. Before a foreigner like Krishnamacharya can find himself confused in the streets and labyrinths of Geneva, when he looks at the city from an aeroplane, this is how it appears. So the second key is called Kalpa. The first key is Chandas. The second key is Kalpa. Third key Vyakarana, or the grammar of the scriptures. Grammar of the scriptures never means the grammar of a particular language. There is a grammar common to all languages, which can be applied to any language. I told you, for example, the Theosophia, the learner, the one who wants to know the object of learning and the process of learning. This descends into the sentence of any language in the name of subject, object and predicate. So this doesn't belong to any one language. It is the original mold of a sentence, and it is applicable to the sentence of any language. Wherever there is a sentence and an utterer, you find this. Like that, there are certain rules laid by the grammar. For example, the I am in you is called substantive, and the horizon around you is called the verb or the action. The revolution of the earth around the sun and the revolution around itself is called the verb or the action. And the one who makes it revolve, the center of consciousness, is called the person, which afterwards evolves into the noun and the adjective. Of course, this is only an example, just of the scripture grammar. And you have the relationship between the, take for example, noun and the verb. What is the relationship between noun and a verb? It is what we call the radius, or our point of view about the environment, the universe. Point of view. The I-am is the center of the circle, the horizon is the circumference of the circle, and the relationship is called the radius or your point of view. And this point of view has 4 stages in its awakening. 4 stages called the 4 stages of the utterance of the word. This is only one example. We will pass into the next subject after only one example. Those who can take down, otherwise just try to understand and listen to it. 4 stages of utterance or 4 steps of utterance. 1, 2, 3, 4. The one is called the vocal uttered language sentence. Suppose I say, here is Mr. Maltin. It is a vocal sentence. And it is a sentence in English called language sentence. That is the first stage. Prior to that, we have the stage of mental language sentence. Because before I wanted to utter, here is Maltin, mentally I have to utter that sentence. So before I uttered, there is this sentence on the mental plane. It is the previous stage, mental language sentence. Before that, I have to utter, but without any language. Then only I can translate it into English or French or German or my own language. Unless I utter to myself without any language, which we call the concept, we can't translate it into our language. So there is the previous step, third step. It is called the mental sentence without language. The first is the vocal language sentence uttered.